Blessings, family, and welcome. It is an absolute pleasure to be with you here today. It's been about a month since my last video. What can I say? What have I been up to? I don't know. I try to think about what I've been doing every single moment since I've been awake to, me going to sleep, and it's hard for me to understand what I might have been up to. No. Since the beginning of April, I had this download. I've had this design in my mind now for about 3 years, and I finally had enough time and resources to actually put what you're seeing in front of you in the shots together. It's the world's first, I don't know if it's of all time, but in this modern time, 8-sided 20-foot orgone powered pyramid with scalar wave vibrational speakers and line conditioners for the voltage. Right here on Earth. Those new adaptations are coming right down the pipeline. It's an absolute pleasure to create something that's very familiar for me. As we awaken, okay. Sage, get some. It's amazing. Right here for all those channelers out there. For all those healers out there, before you work on somebody, make sure you smudge. It's important. It's very important to appreciate the unknown. Okay? Appreciate who you truly are, appreciate the unknown, keep an open mind, and understand that in this place, your belief system actually limits you on what you're able to perceive. Okay? Encyclopedia definition. Your belief system limits your perception. Fact. Okay, moving on. Now, as you begin to engage and be one again with your oversoul, how does this start? Well, there's many different classes and courses on Kundalini energy. Okay. As you begin to move energy from the ground or the grid and rotate that up your body, through your spine, through all of your different chakras, and then fire it out the top of your crown, right? Why? It's important to understand that the more energy you can call or summon to you, right? In the same manner, it's the same amount of energy you have to release and send back, okay? If you don't do that, this is what happens, all right? Say you wake up. Take it back to the beginning for all my new people out there, my new family members out there across Earth. Let's do a quick little flashback to a fast forward where we are right now. Okay, so woke up 2009, 2:38 p.m. My third eye came on full blast. I did not get the orb or aura rendition. I actually see you, the being standing in front of me, the stream connected to you in 3D, and all of your higher self stacked on top, hanging off your cord going, hey homie, what's up? That's my perception. Okay, start right there. 5.5, 6 years of that. Seeing through the veil, seeing all the characters behind the veil, understanding what's going on behind the veil, seeing the cable, seeing the grid, seeing the energy surge from the planet of the Earth, seeing the underwater river system, seeing all the dimensional beings who come and hang out with you, visiting and hanging out with my friends from home, visiting, hanging out with my guides, and then obviously my friends and family members' higher selves. being cognitive and conscious of these interactions in my dream state, and then waking up and basically carrying out what the orders were, or occupation was, or application was the night before. Okay. When you get on that type of a rhythm, okay, it's a very positive and amazing thing. But at the same time too, for all of those who have their third eyes turning on, a lot of younger generation, I talk to a lot of guys that are 15, 16, 17 years old, some, in their 20s and 30s. Ryan, my third eye came on, what do I do? There's a lot more people out there than you might know, guys, that are actually fully on and kind of hiding in 3D in their little makeshift, closets, hiding from the population. You'll find many sensitive people gravitate towards places, right, where there's more of an energetic vibe. There's more flow of energy, okay? It's very difficult to find a very hypersensitive being living in New York City. Yeah, maybe for 5 days or 2 weeks at a time, then you have to exit and go recharge, okay? What I'm getting to is that as your vessel turns on, the main thing about this game, this illusion, 3D, this modern age in the present, there used to be a manual of how to operate in a vessel. Here's how to use your third eye. Here's how to use your throat chakra. Here's how to use your solar plexus. Here's how to turn on your heart. Why is the heart so important? It connects all things around you through the heart. This is your fusion engine, ladies and gentlemen. Understand this. This is not. Your mind is simply set up as a chemical computer to process this physical reality, and then, once your third eye comes on, process the upper dimensions and other things that are in this space, simultaneously living right next to you every plank second that ticks by. Fact. Moving on. So, as you begin to integrate into the suit, your vessel, all you're really doing is relearning how to use what you're in. Okay? It's like all of you guys were given Lamborghinis, but you were given a 1972 Daihatsu operational manual. We only have 7 chakras. And in these 7 chakras, this is the world of the universe. Are you serious? No. Sorry, glass ceiling teachings for the past 500 years. Let's go ahead and empty recycling bin that shit. Because it's not even in my reality or my friend's reality out here in Sedona. I know as you're like waking up, there's all of this information flowing towards you. There's all these things coming at you. This is how you do this. This is how you do this. This is how you're supposed to feel. Keep it simple. Your heart governs every action. Fact. Everything that you'll be viewed for or in a council meeting or if any beings of any sort of magnitude, the first thing they say is, because I've gone through this twice and I'll explain what happened. Let me see your heart. Let me see it. I'm in India. We're cleaning up Mirpur outside of Islamabad. I'm with my brother Jason. We're in the hotel room at the White Hotel. It's a really nice place if you go there. And this is the second time it happened. I'll go to that one. It's most recent. Basically, if you guys are familiar with some different characters in the Vedics, you guys familiar with Krishna, Vishnu, Lord Brahma, legit, okay? Basically a being of that magnitude, right? I'm in the hotel room, we're about to clear up this space. Guy comes down, reaches his hand down through the 5 levels of the hotel. His hand is basically the size of the whole room I'm in, and he goes, Ryan, let me see your heart before we are operational here. Me being a little 3D vessel, I'm like, this has already happened to me before. So I was like, okay, here is what I'm here to do. Your heart is like your USB drive of awesomeness. It says everything. It's like your truth drive. Your heart equals truth drive. Okay, fact, moving on. Now, through the heart, they see your pure intention of what you're here to do. They read it. He's like, very well. Thumbs up back into me. And I'm like, whoa, that was really gnarly. Because I'm in a very small popsicle suit down here. I've made those 3D experiences. First time it happened to me was in Bolivia, Tiwanaku. Working on Tiwanaku. Closed a Stargate, opened a Stargate. I can talk about this stuff now. right? I have the clearance to you. There's a lot of stuff that this team, Team Light, and this squad has done across Earth, couldn't really let the full flavor of what was going on because the conscious needed to come up, right, to kind of understand more. If not, it's kind of like speaking Chinese. It's like I'm telling you exactly what happened, but you're hearing wah, 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 wah. Okay? Why is that? I'm speaking on a different channel. You have your 3D remote in your hand. You got to come up 2 channels. Go to 5. Channel 5, everything's fantastic. You understand everything. It's like Fios, fiber optic. Okay? 3D is like dial-up. Root. It's great for what it was set up to be in that lower trifecta. But let's explain that there are planets in this solar system. There are planets in this universe. There's definitely planets in our whole spectrum. They don't even operate on the bottom 3, guys. They're like, what is that? I'm confused. What are those 3 bottom? They still have those? Why do you still have those? It's a whole thing. Like there's beings that come from different planets, guys. They're only heart up. Imagine that. Oh no, my base floor is what you would consider heart space. I start there. Okay? Understand this. Okay, what else? Yeah, in this planetary structure, there are a lot of characters which are basically put in place to test the vessels in your consciousness. Hence, you know, the devil on your shoulder or the angel, or whatever you guys want to say. Whatever this duality game is that they set up in this environment to truly have a free will zone in which a vessel can choose what it wants to do within the timeline important of its choice. Because if you switch timelines, you're no longer a part of all the connections that were made on this road. So again, check this out. Here's my 3D life, here's my wife, here's my white picket fence, here's everything that I want to do. Well, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. That's a timeline. If you want to raise your frequency and go up to, say, channel 4, 4th dimension, or channel 5, yes, you're going in the same direction, but you're not, it's a much faster pace. Okay? Many more options available to you. Fact. Moving on. So, as we begin to matriculate into this system and integrate into the system and actually feel the energy and what the Earth and Gaia really needs, we feel that in our hearts. Know this. And, you know, for example, when I watch a show on the dolphins or the whales on Earth and I see kind of how they're being treated, it upsets me. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was like, those are amazing sentient beings. What gives these things the right to claim that or take control of that? And it just kind of like goes, we are the stewards. Human beings are the stewards of the land, let's just say. The whales, dolphins, and orcas, and all these amazing creatures, they are like the stewards of the ocean. So it's kind of like our brothers and sisters working on a different area on the planet. One's water-based, one's land-based. We already know that dolphins are highly intelligent, probably more intelligent than humans. Okay? Bigger brain, keep it real. And I'm trying to say is that these little synchronicities need to be taught to our children so they respect nature and what type of a playground they're truly playing in. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay? Keep your front yard clean. Keep your backyard clean. Clean up your closet space. Okay? That hence meaning your 3D incarnation, clean it up. Then once you've done that, start processing in your dream time, your past lives. Then once you've done that, as a human, okay? Then once you've done that, start integrating your higher selves and where they come from into your stream. As you begin to integrate, which is the key word right now, the whole concept of everything we need to be working on is integration. Integration. Okay. If you want to imagine yourself with the white robes on, or the blue robes, or the red robes, I don't mean a robe here. Become the ambassador to your stream, to your consciousness being represented in the physical on Earth. That's a goal to shoot for. Every single thing in this place is set up to be a distraction and an illusion. The more we turn on the light, the more the distraction turns on. See the game for what it is. Lights exploding all over the planet. Let's focus on what they're wearing in the Emmys or the Oscars, or what's going on in this little town, you know, in this location. Let's focus everything right there, while the rest of the planet is expanding, right? Very important, you know, pay attention to the different changes, not only in the stars, right? Different, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm in Sedona at night. I watch the stars. I watch the stars go over my house and at what time they go. You guys, one day the moon started like over here at this exact time. The next day it was like over there. Like there was no progression. It like someone just switched the screen on the sky. What I'm trying to say is, if you pay attention to really what's going on with your own intuition, your own integration, your own perception, understand that we are in this entire sphere of influence together, but pay attention to the subtle things that no one tells you to pay attention to. That's the key. No one's going to tell you, oh yeah, all this is going down. Oh no, we're in a whole pole shift. Oh no, there's earthquakes firing off in the oceans. Oh yeah, we got to watch Yosemite. Oh yeah, by the way, watch the migration of the animals. They'll tell you first what's going on. No one says pay attention to this. What they want you to say is, look what's going on in this little 3D limited module of Sim City that we're focusing all of our cameras on, which is truly, completely redundant to the universe which is watching us right now. Okay? And how do they keep you there? Right? Consciousness. Keep you in fear mode, keep you in survival mode. This system, this vessel, has a base operating system where if it goes into survival mode, red zone is what I call it. What is that? I got to make sure I have rent. I got to make sure I have food on the table. I got to make sure I pay my bills. Oh my God, I'm in debt. You know, all these things. Run this little simulation program around your mind and it keeps you trapped here. If you disengage survival mechanism, survival mode, then you can shoot up and actually see what's going on. Okay? And that's the base operating system. Some people call it the reptilian part of your brain. It's very easy to manipulate once you are at that conscious state to come up out of the matrix and then look at yourself from this POV. Okay? From this point of view, you can look up and go, oh, I see eternity. I see every single option I could ever want to create in this space. But from this limited space, you can only see a blade of grass in front of you. Now you're staring at this blade of grass, call this my 3D reality. Well, if you zoom out from that blade of grass and actually see what you're walking around in, that field goes on into eternity. Completely, you know, just right? So, some little things to get you going in the morning with your cup of coffee. All right, so pay attention to that. My story is one of experience. When I speak, I live this 24/7, 365. I don't have it. It doesn't come from books. It doesn't come from other people. It's me integrating into this system and then viewing, observing my interactions. Many of these things I've learned, and in post, right? In post tense, a year or two, they don't tell you, for example, as a lower dimensional vessel, right? Or as a vessel in the physical. Sometimes you'll experience something and get such a fast download, it might take you 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year to actually process that Blu-ray download that you got at that certain specific point in time. They don't tell you that this chemical computer might take a year to process that until it integrates into your life in the physical. Okay. There's a slipstream, there's a lag time. Okay? We are operating in a very different type. This is not space-time. This is like Earth time. Okay? Well, if you have an experiment going on, you don't want the experiment to actually exist in space-time or real time. Because if it moves too fast, you make it adjustments instant. They would rather this be Earth be at a slower lag time so they can see things coming and make adjustments to the collective, the consciousness, the planet, through different variable probabilities of our environments, of our energetic force, flux, flavor, right? So understand this. Okay. For those of you guys who are activating very fast and spending less and less time in the vessel, here's the deal. Try to stay present, try to stay grounded. Understand that you have to do the basics to cover your survival mode, hence your bills and what your responsibilities down here. So then you can then focus on your spiritual training at night and when you have days off. The more sufficient and efficient you get at handling your 3D business stuff, the easier it is to make time and schedule the rest of your energetic training. Understand this. Okay. Right now, the amount of distraction is paramount in the sense of how people communicate. You know, people are now sending text messages instead of phone calls, or instead of phone calls now they don't meet anymore. What I'm trying to say is that everything is so fast-paced. The issue is that your evolution as a spiritual being on Earth doesn't really take that same acceleration as your emotional processing. Rather, you have more distractions now. Instead of working on yourself in here, the real reason why you incarnated in here, working on all those things that make you you. Right? These are the things that are important. These are the things that are paramount. These are the reasons why I incarnated, why we incarnated. Understand this million-year-old awesomeness, a couple million, depend on the flavor you speak of. But that's the importance of get that stuff handled first. Then if you want to play, play. Okay? But the funny thing is with the spirituality and understanding where you're going and understanding why you're here, this society, this collective gives it like this much precedence when it should be this much precedence with this much interaction of really what's going on down here. Because if you can bring down that content of who you truly are down into this physical plane and then create from there, you're unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. There's no being here that can out-create you. You're pulling down 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10D light code, dropping it from an alpha to a delta, and creating it in 3D. You're unstoppable. There's nothing that they can do to stop you. Understand this. Fact. Next. What is the main thing about what you're allowed to bring here to Earth? Integrity. Is the creation you make going to work towards the betterment of all your brothers and sisters? It's very simple. How would you like to be reflected against this sort of technology, this creation, this song, this artwork, this story, this screenplay, this movie? Would you like the reflection you see? Or might it be something to ponder a little longer until you're balanced enough to actually rip it, speak it, create it in a certain frequency that the collective agrees as our, right? Our story. Our story. Okay? That's important. In my integration as of such, I've been balancing a lot of stuff. I noticed even on my squad, my team, my brother Dan is balancing his aspects from 5, 6, and 7. Okay, I'm balancing my aspects right now where I am on Earth right now. I'm working on 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. Meaning that understanding my different higher selves, understanding what they look like, understanding what planet they come from, understanding their galactic structure, understanding how they integrate through me into this system, understanding their motivation, understanding their belief system, understanding the information that they want to share with me. However, is that in the best case scenario for all beings at this level of consciousness, or do we have to wait until the consciousness rises up to implement? It's like one. The thing to remember is that you can also walk into an environment, have compassion for all the vessels, and then you can cloak your energy. Meaning you don't expand and blow the room up, you pull your energy into you, and imagine you have like a little black cape, or a little cloak, or a little purple, dark purple cloak you kind of pull around you. It's not just like for protection from you, from other people. What it really is, you're kind of shielding your light so that all these people can enjoy their cocktails, have a couple smokes, and do their little, lower dimensional, shake and bake, and you're not disrupting them in their consciousness or their energetic flavor of choice. It's kind of like, don't ride your horse into the dining room, okay? With your full armor and your, I'm gonna take my horse right into the bar. You know, hey, move. You know, you don't want to do that. Okay, what you want to do is leave your horse outside, tied to the, you know, the front of the building. Kind of come in, put your cloak on over your armor, and kind of walk in and be like, I think I'll have a mojito, or a tonic water, or some Perrier, whatever that is for you. Okay, so understand that. The more energetically powerful you become, you have to be more conscious of how that reflection is going to affect those around you. Okay? So instead of galloping through, maybe pop off the horse, put your cloak on, kind of walk in like the Lone Ranger. Okay, I just did that in LA. It was hilarious. Okay, so that being said, just know that you are very, very loved. Your family incarnated. Those who we have all been waiting for are here now. Okay. And what's really being asked from my family at the level that we're kind of crushing at, if you're new, understand I got friends and family that have been at this for 5 years or longer that woke up right when I did. So we share dream time together. I see what they're doing in dream time. We're all connected, right? In the Vos. But if you're new to this, understand there's a lot of videos here located. You know, how to turn on your third eye, how to, you know, raise your vibration, how to drink a high frequency smoothie, energy body activation. It's all located at teamlight.com under channels. I am Ascension League and Unite the Collective. Pleasure being here with you. My name is Rion. And I'm getting a lot of sessions, you guys. If you guys want to do the session thing, you let me know. If you guys want to skip some grades and go fast, I can help you through my own experience, do that for you. There's a link located at teamlight.com. I like doing sessions. I like to get a lot more input and learn a lot about my family members and some of the stuff they're going through. So with that, my family, I love you very, very much. Bed sets, check out galacticwands.com, all new components. My brand new antenna to the stars, engaged. And in the future, we are all in this together. There is no separation. I love every single one of you at whatever stage that you're at. As I grow, we all grow, you grow. I learn from you, you learn from me. That's the way this works. We're the collective consciousness of planet Earth. Love and blessings from Sedona.